Hello and welcome to another fun video. So this is covered in Year 9 Maths in Queensland. So let's check it out. We need to find the perimeter of this shape. Okay, and you notice, okay, we're given some side lengths, that's great, but these are unknown. And this confuses a lot of students. And we have to use reasoning to find these unknown side lengths, which we're going to do. Okay, so here's the process we'll follow. Maybe you want to pause the video and write down some of these steps, but there's a copy of them to take us through this question just down here. Okay, so first of all, perimeter means walking around the outside of the shape, adding the lengths as you go. So wherever you see the word perimeter, that's what you want to think of. Don't need to memorize any formulas, you just walk around the outside. So as I said before, sometimes there are unknown side lengths like these guys, and we have to deduce them from the diagram. So perimeter means walk around the outside of the shape. If there are unknown side lengths, look for, okay, this step, dead giveaways. So I say this, so dead giveaways are equal side length symbols. So I can automatically see that there's an equal side length symbol here and one here. So we've got a dead giveaway. This is 6 centimeters this side. So I'm just going to go and label it because they're the same. Now, what about these guys? So we've done our dead giveaways. Now I've said highlight vertical lengths in one color. So this is just the process I follow. So by vertical, we mean cliff, right? The cliff face, the vertical lengths. So they're all the vertical lengths I can see in that diagram. Okay. And I just have to make some deductions. Okay. So this whole thing is 10. Part of this is 6. And the other part, we don't know. So we're just looking at the vertical yellow lengths. Well, if the whole thing is 10, we don't know that bit. We can say that this is 10, take away 6 will give the remainder, which is 4. So I'm just going to carefully label in 4 centimeters there because that's what we know. Now we have done that step, highlight the vertical lengths, determine whether you need to add or subtract to find the unknown. So it was the leftover bit, so we subtracted. And then we just repeat this for the horizontal lengths, which I'll show you. So you just get another color out and highlight all the horizontal lengths that you can see. And then you're just determining. Okay, well, let's do it. Finding this side length here is going to be, okay, we have this total length here is 6 centimeters. And this length, this other horizontal length, is 3 centimeters. So what's this remaining part going to be? This remaining part, we're going to have to subtract. So start with the bigger number, 6 take 3 is 3. And I'm just going to label it right on that side so I don't get confused when adding them up. So now all of my side lengths are labeled, which is lovely. So what we now do is we cross out the sides as we add them. So I'm just going to get yet another color. So it's good to have highlighters in your exam and different colored pencils. And let's add them all up. Okay, so just going to cross them as I go. So starting in a clockwise direction, 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10. And then, I could probably do that in my head, but just going to chuck it in my calculator. 32. And then think about the units of perimeter, centimeters. So this probably won't make sense the first time. So that's why we've got a few examples to go from. And we just follow this process yet again. Follow this process. Perimeter, so let's change my color. Perimeter means walk around the outside of the shape. Okay, well, oh no, we've got some missing side lengths. So this one, they sometimes draw arrows to things and it's kind of hard to see. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to cover up this side. We're just going to start afresh here. So I can see as I walk around the outside of the shape, there is a few unknown side lengths that we've got to find. They're not labeled. Okay, so I go to this step. If there are unknown side lengths, look for dead giveaways, so the equal side length symbols. Now, as you can see, there's no little symbols like that on the diagram. Okay, so we can't, like in this one, we had some dead giveaways. Unfortunately, there's not any in this one. So let's keep going. Okay, done. So now let's highlight the vertical lengths in one color. Just following this process. Vertical lengths. Whoopsie doopsies. Okay. Vertical lengths. All of the cliff faces you can see. And they should help us come up with something, okay? Well, I've got a vertical length here that's 15. This other side must also be 15. So that's a nice bit of a giveaway. So label it right along that side. So that equals that. Okay, let's look for our other question marks. Well, that's a horizontal length. We won't deal with that yet. Okay, I can see another question mark here. Okay, so this side is 10. This side must also be 10. All right, so we've labeled our other question mark. So we've labeled all the vertical unknown lengths now. So let's get to our horizontal lengths in our process. Horizontals. So can you see that this big old length here must be the sum of these three lengths? These three shorter lengths. So 3 plus blah, we don't know that, plus 6 must equal 15. So in other words, we're trying to find the leftover part. So I can do that. I'm just going to draw an arrow up here for my little calculations. And I'm just going to say, okay, the big bit, biggest number first. And we're going to subtract 3, take 6 to get the leftovers. You know, I could do that in my head. Not happening today. 6 centimeters. So I can carefully label in the 6 centimeters into that shape now. And then I've done my vertical, I've done my horizontal, all my sides are known now. So I can cross out the sides as I add them. So it's time to find the perimeter by just walking around the outside. So I'll get a third color and I'm going to add them all up. So I've got 15, just go around in a clockwise direction. Plus 15, plus 6, plus 10, plus 6, walking around the outside of the shape, plus 10, plus 3, plus 15, and we're back at the start. And chuck it all in to your calculator. And we get 80, and our units are centimeters. Let's check out another question because it takes a little while, but you're just following this process. Let's check it out. Okay, find the perimeter of the following shape. All right, and we have our little process, so I may as well drag it over. Okay. First of all, perimeter, walk around the outside of the shape. That's all you need to remember about perimeter. Now, our next step, if there are unknown side lengths, look for dead giveaways. Dead giveaways are those equal side length symbols. So I can see it. This is a little bit confusing, this one. I'm just going to make sure that we know that that's 3.2. This equal side length is 1.5. So I'm going to carefully label in our dead giveaways. This is 1.5 because these are equal symbols. 1.5, 1.5, and another equal symbol. Looks great. Okay, so we've got our dead giveaways. Now we've got some more unknown side lengths. This guy and this guy aren't labeled. But no fear. We come in with our highlighter and let's highlight, either our vertical or horizontal. Just choose the color for it. Vertical, vertical, vertical. And then you can make some deductions about that. So this big yellow length must be the sum of these two lengths, right? These two vertical yellow lengths. Whoops, redo. So I'm going to do it. 1.5 plus 1.5 equals 3. It's just the sum. So I carefully label it in here. Carefully label the side length. All of our vertical side lengths are now known. Let's go to our horizontal side lengths that we can see. All right. Now this is the bigger length here. And so this bigger length must be the sum of those smaller horizontal lengths, right? 3.2 plus 1.5. So we're summing those orange sides. So I'll do an arrow to this side. And we're going to say 3.2 plus 1.5 equals, why am I doing this in my calculator? Come on. 4.7. And let's just label it in. Now all of our sides are neatly labeled. We've done our vertical and our horizontal lengths. And now it's time to cross out the sides as we add them. Get another color. Oops. Oops. Mind blank. Add them up. So perimeter is walking around the outside of the shape. 4.7 plus 3 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. Don't forget that little one in here. Plus 3.2 plus 1.5. Add them all up. Plus 1.5. 15.4 units of perimeter. Well, it's all in kilometers. So that's the answer to this one. And yeah, we've got another one here, but I might leave that for the next video. Okay, so just remember this process. Maybe I'll leave you on this slide here. So you might want to copy this down. Perimeter means walk around the outside of the shape and add up as you go. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2, if there are unknown side lengths, look for dead giveaways. So those equal side length symbols. Highlight vertical lengths one color and determine whether you need to add or subtract to find the unknown, and then repeat this for the horizontal lengths. Okay, and then finally actually use your perimeter calculation to walk around the outside of the shape and add them. But hopefully that has helped, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.